And radio check. It's Wednesday evening. It is time for Drive to Survive in the Schumacher division. And it's been a tough race week for our PGR members. After Vegas in Mondays and Singapore yesterday, it's another track with rolls left, right, and center in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Yeah, a tough one. A dangerous one. Uh, who is with me in the chat? Is my mic on? I hope so. That sounds okay. Yeah. Well then if you're the only one responding, let's have a little guessing game. How many DNFs do you expect for tonight? I'm gonna say 6, as we had like I think 8 at least in Masters yesterday in Singapore. Bit surprising because I feel like Jeddah is even more dangerous, but I'm convinced the drivers here are more concerned about surviving and will probably be careful tonight. So DTS is built different. Is 2 your guess? Damn, that's optimistic. Alright then, 18 minutes of qualifying and probably 18 minutes for as practice for most of the drivers. Yeah. Who is gonna be the first one on track? While we wait, let's have a look. I'm not prepared. First of all, who is missing? I thought we had full grids. Who are we missing? Let me check. Is that one of the Night Riders missing? I think it is. And I think I heard something like that as well. Alright, and it's Fish Tech, the first one on track. I did a 27.0 in practice, see if people match or go quicker. Resin was meant to reserve. Aye. Did he not respond or did he back out? That's a shame. Like I said, I'm not prepared. I wanted to have a look at the standings after race 4 in Brazil with Hassan, Blomsy and Frax on the podium. As it stands right now, Blomsy is going to be eager to get back into the championship lead with Frax currently in P1 with 160 points, followed by Noodles with 146 and Blomsy himself on 129, but Hassan is on the move with 125 in P4. That's probably the 4 drivers to watch tonight, and they are all present. Yes, they are. Super Striker, Little Lone Survivor in P5, and then a close midfield fight from 6 onwards. Constructors, surprisingly, Lemon's team is only P5 in Schumacher. He is really balling in Senna, as one of his drivers, Fishtech, is now the first one starting his hot lap. 16 people in the comms, thank you for that. As Lynx is retiring, I think that's due to his quali ban, exactly. Yeah, Project 20, I think P4 in the overall standings is the runner-up here in the Schumacher division, P2. So can we see the new Racing Knights livery? Did they actually change? I thought you changed. Let's have a look. There we have it. I've got to say, my first impression is like, that's a bit much brown, isn't it? Like, I hope Wiggy is happy with it. Overall, I do like that chromish carbon look on the side pods. But it's definitely not the same as Lotus anymore. Too much brown, too much white, too much white. The chat is with me here. But first of all, let's appreciate the fact that they did change their livery, as we will have our we will not have our first time on board because Fishtag invalidated, and he does not have the ERS to go again. Who is that behind him? Is that Jumbo? It is, and it's a 29-1 as a first banker here tonight. But Bab right away is second faster. Who is next? Chess himself puts his own car into P2 with a 28.5. As Brash has retired. Ooh, there he is. Oh yeah, that wall is gonna be dangerous during the race. Clip the inside here, and we saw the tire tracks. Oh, that's Brash DNF without a time. So Lynx is saved and already up to P18. Let's see how high he can go tonight. I have a feeling this wasn't the last DNF, especially towards the end, when people start actually pushing. Yeah, a tough track, like we said. And Blomsey, what? Ui, Danny, there we are. That's your 27, basically flat, and over a second clear of everyone else. Hornkronte, never mind, 27.3. Okay, so we are not in alien territory just yet. As I didn't do any practice, I really was shocked with that time, as I'm not sure where we will see the pole times. But I guess we can expect 26s then, as yeah, people are still doing their bankers, wanting to have a time on the board first before going out all out and risking a DNF. So once again though, I think Hornkronte is another... Was he a 3 million? Or was it just Frax? No, Fishtag was another 3, right? Hornkronte is 7? Nonetheless, great pace. That's a crazy banker, I totally agree. And I'm more surprised about Hornkronte's banker, as we kinda expect that pace from Blomsey. But yeah. As Hassan is a little wide here in turn 1. Already set at 28.8 though. Yeah, we will see big improvements over the next 12 minutes. Like I said, for many drivers this is going to be a practice. And yeah, getting used to the track. Probably the first time for them ever hitting Jeddah in F1 25. So let's follow Jonathan Mooney. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of the JT Golf car. I mean, green personally isn't my favorite, but it's simple, and I really like that. Alright, what else do we have? We have Brasco in P4 with the 28.2. Hassan P6. We saw Chess going into P5. Yeah, Jumbo John Hatham behind him, 29.5. We have another yellow. Was that Noodles? No, it was, I think it was Legends, just letting that ski sports car through. I think that's Tuck starting his flying lap. Yeah, Hatham in 9th. Diablo, who won Champions in Singapore yesterday, in 10th. And Legends with, yeah, that's what we call a banker, having a time on the board, but that's obviously not his maximum pace. Jonathan Moody, another one into the 28s, 28.9, P7 for him. La 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 la. Is Hassan gonna do another lap? I think he did, yeah, he's improving by over half a second here. Where does he get? Yeah, around half a second. That's P5 for him, low 28s, but obviously the top 2 are looking out of reach right now. Interesting. We've got Tuck coming towards the line now, 27.7, there you go. That's the pace we want to see. Good lap from him. Noodles now, Sauber X, beautiful car. And he puts himself as well into the 27s. Good banker, P3. But yeah, I'm afraid the 27 flat from Blomsey was really impressive. Right, is Fishcheck gonna get a lap without invalidation now? And it's looking like it, yeah. What is it gonna be? Another man to watch. A very quick 3 million driver, and it's a 27.9 P5. Yeah, and that's why Lemon's team is up there in the standings. Only beaten by Lotus overall. We have Diablo sitting in P13 and Frex, our championship leader, about to start his hot lap right now. I hope there wasn't a bit of impeding going on there, but never mind, that's his teammate. I don't think that they will impede each other. Yeah, so our championship leader. Actually, let's go on board with him. Coming up to the dangerous turn 4 here, with that wall on the inside. High sausage curb on the inside of turn 5. And that narrow sector 1. Still with that awful curb to grind. And that famous crash of Mick Schumacher where he completely destroyed his car. Purple sector 1 for Frax. I hope the game sound isn't too loud. I'm gonna try to speak up a bit. Yeah, very close to the wall. He's giving it everything, even though he doesn't even have a thumb on the board yet. Really nails the braking and the turning points here. Sector 2 splits is gonna be somewhere around the 1 minute mark. Oh, that's a low one. Purple sector 2 as well. Will we see the first 26 here on the board tonight? From Frex. Managing his ERS very well. Final corner. Did it better than Verstappen a few years ago. Didn't hit the wall on the exit. And goes very much to the left, over the line. And it's a 27 flat, and he did not beat Blomsey. Even with the track improvement. With now only 7 minutes to go. Blomsey is on an out lap as well. That's gonna be an interesting fight. I think Blomsey's gonna have time for 2 more runs. Frex will only have time for 1 more with another fresh soft. Next one, we have an orange car going over the line. That was either Hassan or Little Jumbo John. I think Jumbo John improved to a 28.5. Next one was Legend starting his lap. I think it was Bab improves by almost 3 tenths, 27.8, gets himself into P6. Blomsey is now starting his lap. So is Hatham. So the next one is iLegends. 2 tenths down after 1.5 tenths down after sector 2. Still got a lot of spare energy left though. Yellows in sector 2, a little bit of traffic going on there. And Legends improves by almost a second, goes, stays in P17, but is now closer to the back of Prowler. Next one over the line is a yellow car, and that was Brasco jumping into P5, just behind Noodles, 27.6 as well. Next one, I think it's Chess, going into the pits. So, Noodles invalidated. Is that his outlap though? I think he was charging, yeah, reduced harvesting. Should probably enough to do another lap. Is he gonna pit? He's gonna pit. Alright then. That's Horn Qantas, same, invalidated. Another Ski Sports car. That's Stuck starting his flyer. Right behind him. Blomsey over the line. And we have a 26.7. Is that already the pole time for tonight? Big improvement once again. And now Frack's the one to respond to that. Fuck me, yeah, Danny, I don't think we would have a chance at pole here. Or, me definitely not, but 3/10 faster than you even, yeah. That's impressive. Mega pace, yeah. Oh, Alex, I think you'll be fine. All you need is another second. I mean, what is a second? That's nothing in a motorsport, right? Here we go, Tuck. Wow. Nice chicane there. Really close to the walls. Improving by 2/10, and I think with that chicane, he might be up even further, challenging at least P4, maybe P3. Let's see what he can do in the final corner. Yeah, this is looking like a good time here. 27.5, that is P4 for him. I think he will be happy with that pace. This is looking very good. Obviously, quali is relatively easy. The race pace could be completely different. As Basin improves to P12 with a 28.6, we've got a fairly close grid here. I mean, obviously you can tell the expensive and the cheap drivers apart. We have like Blomsey up there with maybe Frax. We've got then the battle between P3 and P8, followed by the rest of the grid, battling for 28 and 29 lap times. Was that fish deck? Did he improve? I think he did. I think he just put in 27.7, but not enough to get himself into P6. 2.5 minutes to go. Most of the drivers are in the pits, waiting for that perfect time to go on to the final run with the perfect track conditions. Pilvong fastest with the 27.2 in Senna. That's half a second off Plomsy. That's a bit more than usually. So, who's gonna be the first to start a lap? I think it's Basin, although he just did a lap. John got a 28.5, very good lap. Oh, I must have missed that, I'm sorry. Isn't he still going? I think he's currently on a run. I don't think I missed it. He's also the next one to cross the line here. Maybe he goes even faster than you. There you go, 28.2, P9, beating his teammate. Ooh, Hassan can't let that happen, I'm afraid. Hatham starting his fast lap now, as Tuck retired in the pits. Yeah, he's got no more time for another run. That's Fishtech going into the pits, same for him, that's quali over. Bab is about to start his lap further back, that's another project car. Jumbo John, number 1 driver confirmed. Might be, that's Hassan to respond now. Surely he's gonna improve, right? Could you stop texting? I can't see who's in sector 3. Thank you. Is it Trex leading? It's Trex leading. I mean, we've got Bab ahead of him on track, I think it is, but we want to see if that pole time is getting challenged. And he had a fairly bad exit here out of turn 2. This might have already put him down by like 2 to 3/10. How much is the track improving? But even if the track is improving, it's the same for everyone else, right? What's the first sector saying? I don't think he's gonna improve. Just barely. Is that enough over the course of a full lap? As we have the checkered flag out now with Fishtech, Prowler and Legends. Not being able to do another lap. Tuck and Basin retired, so does Jumbo John now. But everyone else is still on track here. I think that was Hatham, I don't think he improved. 29 flat, still in P14. Alright, then let's have a look at Bap here. Going towards the finish line. Got a few tenths with him. It's a 27.4. That's P4. Big improvement for him. I hit a wall. I could have been quicker, says Jumbo John. Still an impressive time. What's Frex gonna do? It's a 26.8. It's a good improvement, but it's not enough. I think that's already that pull confirmed right here. Brasco puts himself into P6. Noodles is following him. Goes P4 himself. Oh, now everyone is gonna come in. Blomsey, I don't think he improved. What else do we have? Hornkronte, 27.1. Stays in P3. Next one. Something changed. I think that's Chess going into P9. And the final one over the line, Hassan, just able to beat his teammate at the end with almost 6 tenths. 27.6 and P8 for... help me guys, what's this team? What was Team Orange again? Shit. Progan, of course, I'm sorry. I had to look that up, I'm afraid. Shit, that's your team, Danny, right? I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. Anyway, that's our poll tonight. Plomsy, after missing a race in, was it Brazil? I'm not sure, let me check. No, it was not Brazil. It was Silverstone. Reverse. He is now back on track to make up for it. 26.7 is, it's crazy. We scroll down for the screenshots. We're gonna be having words. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah. So, let's have a look at the standings. Frack's the only one to, who makes it look fairly close. 1.5 tenths back, 26.8. Hornkronte P3, very good result for him, and by quite a gap to P4 with Noodles as well. Very close behind that. P5, 6, 7, all into 27.4s and 5s. Bab, Tug, and Brasco. P8, Hassan Toya with Fishtech and P9 in the 27s as well. Little gap then for P10 with Chess, 28.1, followed by Little Jumbo John, who himself said he could have gone even faster. That's a very good lap from him, 28.2. Jonathan Mooney in 12 with the 28.5. Close behind with the 28.6 is Basin. P14, the second ski sports car with Hatham, 29 flat. And a disappointing result once again for Diablo with the 29.5. Maybe he can make up with his race pace. And the fact that we will have another split grid in the strats. I'm pretty sure about that. I'll talk about that in a second. Prowler in P16, iLegend Legends in P17, who is driving under some weird conditions tonight, as his left trigger on the controller is broken, and he is no ABS driver, but he tried to make it work tonight with an increased dead zone. So yeah, as my driver, I hope he's not going to take anyone out, but it looked very promising in the practice. But he's going to be a little more off pace tonight. Lynx with the qualiban in P18 and Brashman, who, suffered terminal damage in turn 4. Tires, of course. Let's talk about strats. Tires, there we go. Most of the cars on mediums, Hatham and Lynx are trying to risk it on the hards, and thank you for the strategies right here. 2 or 1 stop once more. It is gonna be tough. I'm betting everything on Diablo to go for a 1 stop. Same probably for Blomsby, Frax. Noodle said he's gonna try it, but is it really a thing? And what about safety cars, right? So without a safety car, tire wear, once again, maybe I could manage it. I always like to compare myself to the strats because I know my tire wear is horrible. Like, if I could do it, everyone else surely can. But if I would go for a one stop, I would probably be close to puncture territory on both stints. So let's see what the drivers are gonna opt for. Maybe there's a safety car that early on that will, yeah, make the decisions easier. Maybe we will see everyone going for a two-stop then. Except for Hatham and Lynx then, of course. That will probably try to carry on and gain some positions that way. But for now, as always, we're gonna hop on board with P3, who's gonna be our cameraman for the race start. Collision turn 1, midfield. I will try to have an eye on that. But for now, Blomsy on pole with Frax on the inside in P2. We are waiting for the starting lights. And the lights on. 3, 4, 5 lights and the Jeddah Grand Prix is underway. Nothing for me to say so far. Everyone got away well. Hornconte had a little look there on Frax, but everyone held position as Noodles is a little wide there and Wrigley on the rear. Alright then, Danny, where is your collision? We've got nothing so far. Oh, 3 wide into turn 4. But nothing just yet. We've got yellows further back. We've got to check for damage in a second, but oh, look at that. Yeah, that's the famous curb that everyone loves to grind, I'm afraid. Lots of position changes. Oh, and Fishtech is losing out big time. Little look at the front. Let's see what we've got with the position changes before we check for damage. Top 5 stayed the same. Tuck lost 2 positions. Lynx from all the way back with 2 Hollyband up to P11, and that's the first one we've lost tonight on track. Prowler. But he can carry on for now, no safety car. But winner of the start, Lynx, gaining 7 positions. Through goes Prowler. Oh yeah, that was a jinx, Frank. Write that down, Danny. Alright then. Legends gained 4 positions as well, did Brash after his DNF in the quali, who now overtakes Legends here. Fishtech coming in to repair wing. Are they going to change it? Yes, they will. He's going for the hearts. Now the question is as well, did the drivers select another set of hearts or another set of mediums before, yeah, launching this lobby? Got another yellow, or is that just bugged? No, I think something was going on. I think Legends is dropping back. Statham gonna have a look here. As Lynx is on a run, that's position number 8 he gained up into the top 10. Fairly big gap now to Chess, but I'm sure with this pace he's gonna be able to close it down. And of course, we've got a little train going on, but both Frax and Hornconte are struggling to stay within the 1 second. Just within it at the moment, and Noodles is patiently waiting in P4. Bab also able to stay in the train for now. Good for him after he had a horrible Silverstone race. Brash overtaking Basin there for P12, so both him and Lynx are on a good run. Basin dropping back another place, that's probably to the lack of DRS. Both JT Golf cars going past. As Diablo in P15 is just trying to stay out of trouble here. With Jonathan Moody, we could already see it got wing damage on the front left. So maybe on the exit of Sector 1 here. As Diablo went over that high curb there. Got wide. He's got damage himself. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we should probably check for the cars. Yeah, damage for Hatham. Damage for Legends. Fishtech and Prowler already went into the pits to repair their front wings. Basin got no damage. Okay, that's one to mark down. Brashman looking good as well, I think. Never mind, damage for Brash. Jumbo John, what about you? So far we've got 1 out of 9 drivers without damage. I mean, I love that helicopter cam, but for now I would love to see the damage as Hornkronte lost the place to Noodles a few seconds ago and now was overtaken by Bab as they are going 3 wide into turn 1. Oh my god, Bab, be careful, but he just manages to hang on, and no, he takes out Hassan in the process as well. Another car with damage, by the way. Maybe just from that turn 1 incident as well. I wasn't able to check in time, but that was Bab while trying to defend, was locking up, and that is the first collision and the first DNF in lap 4, and of course a safety car. Now, what are the drivers doing? And give us another chance to look at the wing damages, please. I think Basin was the one without damage, right? So Jumbo John was the next one to check. Everyone will box here 2-stop now. That's what I'm thinking as well, yeah. Jumbo John got no damage. That's the second one. Lynx is looking good. That's 3. Same for Chess. Tuck, that's 5. Hassan, damaged now with the collision. Safety car in center 2. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Another beautiful camera. I can't tell if there's damage or not. This looks like damage for Hornkronte. I think no damage for Brasco. And I'm pretty sure the top 3 is without damage. That is correct. Let's check once more for Brasco. Alright, that is 6 cars out of 19 without damage within the first 4 laps. As Frex, the only one to carry on. Everyone else pulls in the pits. Ooh, this is gonna feel horrible. Tuck is staying out as well. Takes that track position over fresh tires. Lynx is staying out. Let's go. That's 15 positions gained off the start now. That looks cool, of course. So they are committing for a 1-stop. But with almost everyone else in the pits, it can surely not feel great. With Blomsy and Noodles on fresh rubber, just behind in P4 and 5. That's probably what they wanted. Little to no traffic at all. So that's gonna be a tough one. I do not think that anyone will... they could! I am confident that another stop, a 2-stop with 2 sets of hards is the quickest, but surely someone is going to try to go to the end on these hards. Let's have a look at the tires. Is anyone going for another set of mediums? What am I doing here? No? There. Yeah, that's hards all over the board. Hatham, who started on hards, is now on mediums, fair enough. And Prowler also carried on. After, yeah, he pitted in lap 1, so that makes sense. Did I give Denhorn damage? I'm afraid I didn't see your overtake, Noodles. Very sorry. I only saw the collision with Bab and Hassan in turn 1, and a little later Bab's DNF. Possible, but they would be so slow of end of stint. Yeah, of course, but I mean, if there's like a safety car in lap 20 and you're still on track, you probably gain positions, I believe. Well, A safety car every now and then brings the field back together, so we will at least see a few overtakes. Or even more damage. We probably also had a few double stacks in the pits that we didn't catch. Which could also be fairly painful if the car ahead of you had wing damage with, what did I say, 13 damaged cars. Okay, fair enough, Bab died in the process, so 12 cars having wing damage, the chances are pretty high. So, I'm pretty sure Prowler is gonna manage to catch up on this lap, and then we will be going in lap 7 again. Let's have another look at the position changes, shall we? Yeah, Lynx, obviously by staying out, gained 15 positions now. This is looking pretty tasty. So I've got to pretend that everyone's got 2 or 3 positions more than they have right now, because Frank's Tuck and Lynx stayed out. Does only really apply to the top 7, I think. So yeah, Blomsy in the net lead, followed by Noodles, who is now looking for P2 after Frax stayed out. Hornconto had to repair his wing if he had damage. I don't think he had, right? I don't think I saw damage on his car. So he's now in P7. Top 8 in center didn't pit during their safety car. Yeah, I mean, most of the drivers are sheep, right? As we have the safety car in this lap, as expected. Like, if the first cars don't pit, then it's always a tough call to be the first one to pull into the pits, as it's always a risk. Like, if everyone else would have stayed out and you're the only one pitting, even with fresh tires around here, it's not gonna be easy. And now, let's go on board with Blomsy. The fresh hards against old hards, and further up old mediums. And we're back to racing speed right now. Lynx with a great restart, already side by side with Tuck. Around the outside, I feel like the hards of Lynx might be better by now. Tuck going very deep. Lynx had to go off track, cutting the corner in the process, and an illegal overtake, having to let... Oh my god! That is Tuck DNF, that's another safety car, and I'm afraid that was Noodles killing him. Oh. Aye. So, yeah, that looked like Noodles killed Tuck. I'm afraid it is. After Noodles was concerned about giving Denhorn damage, I am pretty sure you gave Tuck some damage there. Yeah, that's not good, is it? That's really not good. Ah, shit. I mean, I've got the live replay. If I go back in the stream a little bit. So what happened was, turn 1, Lynx and Tuck going side by side. Tuck going a bit deep, forcing Lynx off track, which gave Lynx a 3-second penalty and an illegal overtake. Lynx then gave that position back by slowing down on the racing line. Tuck next to him, and Noodles, from the looks of it, let me have another look. It looked like he decided to go just between them. And we've got to look at this in the steward room, but it looks like there was just not enough space. Aye. Yeah, he was. He went left on Brasco, and it was a Brasco. Wasn't it Lynx? I think it was Lynx, no? It looks like a straight penalty. I'm afraid it is. Can't really defend that. I mean, I don't want to say anything wrong before seeing every perspective, but this is not looking good. What's the punishment for DNFing someone? I think 10 seconds and 4 penalty points. Yeah, Danny's got it as well. Let me check. Rule 3. 3E, 10 seconds and 4 PP. Yeah. So that's also an instant quali ban. Not really. How many of my drivers died in Senna? I actually haven't got the Senna stream running. Should probably not look into it, but give it to me straight. That's Egolf in the wall. Was it turn 4 as well, at least? Oh no, it was Mick Schumacher. It was Mick Schumacher. Well then, Noodles in the lead. Somehow gotta create a gap of 10 seconds now. And we'll have a quali ban in oh no, in race 6. Ah, that's unfortunate. However, in Monza you can at least overtake a little bit, right? But obviously not great. So we've had Frax deciding that now is the time to go into the pits on the second safety car. With that field bunched up due to the first safety car, he's now down into P14, just ahead of his teammate. Not ideal, of course. Well, if it's like Vegas, no. Well, I haven't been on Monza so far, but I'm with Parabolica being one of the less heavy braking zones for a final corner before the DRS zone, I think you have a fair chance to overtake someone into turn 1. Going to get a legendary pulse at Monza. Tell me more about it. Battery charge is impossible at Monza. Well, it's all about the management, right? You can always turn it into none. And with how shit the DRS with 0-0 ring is, surely we will have like 2-0 or something like that. But yeah, I get what you mean. The smaller the ring, the less effective the DRS, of course. As we have the safety car in this lap, we will once again go on board with Blomsey. Although Lynx has the oldest tires here on the grid, he still had a good restart on the first safety car. And Noodles is already going. And really caught Lynx off guard here. That's an easy one for Blomsey. Right into P2, and then we have team orders. Brasco going into P3. Fair play to Lynx, and now he's gonna try to defend Horn Cronter in Sector 1. Evening Stalker. Sup, Prey, how you doing? Comes again. Yeah. I mean, can't leave PGR hanging, can I? Hassan seems to struggle a little bit with the setup. It was wide in Sector 1 and now grinds that curve as well. Managed to rejoin just ahead of his teammate. That was a little dangerous, but his teammate was able to avoid it. Of course I need to get the Delta back on here to see what is going on. Well, Danny, your car looks really good at night here. Let's have another look at the Brogan car. Orange and black. Whenever he goes on board, he makes a mistake. Stop. Is that on board, or you mean the real on board? I'll try to keep it to a minimum. I'll have another look in sector 1. As the DRS is now enabled, Noodles is got a 1.7 gap to gap to Blomsey. For the back, Hornfront tried to overtake Lynx, still didn't manage, but now with the better grip around the outside, coming into turn 4, he's now ahead and on his way to catch Brasco. Come on, Hassan, avoid that curb. There we go. See, everything's looking great. Good run here through the S's and right behind Chess Knight Rider now. And Lynx just lost the DRS. Where was the detection point? I think he is stranded without DRS here. Battery almost empty as well. He is pushing, trying to help his teammate. And while doing so, got himself back into the DRS for this section right here. But I don't think he's gonna be able to defend Chess Knight Rider. No. Down the inside towards the final corner. Chess now into P5 as Brash and Basin goes side by side. Little wheel banging in the process, but he gets the move done. As Hassan is the next one to make use of the fresh rubber. I mean, don't forget, I think, yeah, Lynx the only one who hasn't pitted yet on, help me, tire, on 11 lap old hards. Brasco now dropped out of the DRS of Blomsey. 3.4 seconds behind Hornfront in P4, leading this train all the way down to P11, where Frex gained a few positions and is now at the back of Little Jumbo John. With Hatham just behind Fishtag, Diablo in P14, followed by Legends, Jonathan Moody and Prowler. Where are we going to see the next overtake? Is it going to be Frags or is it going to be Hassan? Hassan preparing for a move, just able to stay in the DRS of the guy ahead. Yes, indeed. Frags also very close behind, yeah. Frags got some ground to make up now, but he might just be able to complete a one-stop as he pitted, I think, 3 laps later than everyone else. Hatham and Fishtag side by side through the final corner. Who's gonna get the DRS? I feel like they went side by side over the detection point, but never mind. Fishtag is pulling into the pits. With 12 laps to go, this could just be the undercut for the 2-stop. I don't think that he's got damage. Oh, he's got damage as well. Fresh medium set, I don't think he's got another hard tire then. 12 laps on the mediums is gonna be painful. Noodles leading by 1.7 seconds, but probably a 10-second penalty coming his way. Brasco in P3, followed by Hornfronter. I think Frax and Basin might be the closest battle right here. But obviously, everyone in a train. So we've got to keep an eye on Hassan and Hornfronter. In the meantime, Lynx and Jumbotron, the first ones to collect 3-second penalties. Is Frax gonna go for a move here? How much is he pushing? He's got by far the most energy here. He's got to find a place to make use of it though. Very aggressive there, very close to the wall, but gets the move done on Basin. Now into back into the top 10. Next car ahead, the Brogan of Jumbo John. Lynx got no DRS, old tires. Jumbo John got no DRS. Is this gonna be a double overtake right here? I think for the moment Frax is happy to be in P9 and is just gonna wait a little longer before he overtakes the next car. As patience around here is key. Oh, I think Blomsey made a mistake just then. Maybe he was riding the curb as well. Brasco now within the DRS. Can he stay there? Will be close. Hassan able to keep the pace behind Hornfronte, but hadn't really had a chance to overtake him yet. We will stay with Frax for now. Frax must have made a mistake. He's down to P10. Did I miss something? I think Jumbo John got back past, didn't he? Come on, Brasco, says Crumpets. Yeah, Brasco's having a great race right here. Looking for a P2 finish right now. But with 11 laps to go after this one, we are back to the original question. Whether the drivers will commit to a 2-stop or not. With Frax having the freshest tires of them all. As he now regains that position against Jumbo John, who is still on the outside, but now backs out. And Lynx coming in for his first stop, followed by Basin. Lynx is now the first one to go onto the fresh mediums and go into the end for sure. Johnson Apex driver, he's doing very well. I totally agree with you here, Danny. P12 looking very comfortable so far. Frax now 1.3 seconds by Chess. He's gonna push in sector 1 here. He's got the battery for it. So he will be within the 1 second of Chess in no time. There we go already. I mean, I've got an eye on the other deltas as much as possible, but Frax is just the man to watch right now. Zoltan in the wall. But that's Senna, isn't it? I was confused here for a second. I was looking for Zoltan, but we don't have a Zoltan here in Schumacher, do we? Let's have a look at it. Sure, let's have a look at Senna. That's Zoltan disqualified. What happened there? Interesting. We've got Mikey in P4 out of nowhere. Is he yet to pit? What's going on there? Someone disconnected. Someone disconnected? Zoltan? Not his rear? Missing controller disconnected or something? Ah, Jack's doing jokes again, okay. Yes, and he said parked in the wall. Ah, fuck. Similar to Hassan in Vegas then. As Frax, oh, just avoiding the turn 4 wall here. I tell you guys, this could always be potential death right there. Where we saw Bresh retire in the quali. Yeah, Frax now on P7 got his way past Chess Knight Rider on the start, finished straight. And Hassan is very close behind Hornfronte this time. He's pushing a little bit, but I feel like Hornfronte's pace is just a little better and Hassan is just sitting comfortable behind him. Another driver who's not gonna wait for another overtake is Frax once again. Bresh, the car in front of him. Fishtag 3 seconds. Fishtag had very good pace tonight, but I think he already went for his second wing change this evening. So quite unfortunate for him. Is Frax gonna play it smart? I feel like he's gonna wait for the turn 1 overtake, because then he's got the whole sector ahead for himself to get away from the car behind. I think he's gonna go for that, yeah. Yeah, there we go, overtake on. DRS, slipstream, and probably 240, 250 kilometers per hour. And going for the inside line, little lock up. but he gets the move done. And he's now into P6. 9 laps to go with this one. And we've got tires right here. Yeah, everyone was pitting during that lap 4 safety car. Frax waited for the lap 7 safety car. He could go to the end. This might be the way. And with that in mind, everyone else might be trying the same. I mean, during when you are trying to select a strategy during the start, before the formation lap, the game doesn't even like to extend the hard stint for more than 15 laps because it thinks the tires are gonna die after 16. So going for 20 laps now, it's gonna be a challenge. We had 4 laps behind the safety car though, so this could maybe just work out, but the tire advantage that Frax is gonna have just from the 3 laps that he pitted later is gonna, yeah, gain him so much time. Easily he's gonna fight for P4. Top 3 is gonna be close, but with possible penalties in mind, Frax might be on for a podium tonight. As Lynx with the fresh mediums going into P11 past Jonathan Moody just before the final corner. I mean, after an unfortunate collision between turns 2 and 3, between turns 3 and 4 I think it is, with Noodles and Tuck, with a potential 10-second penalty. That would drop Noodles as of right now down to P5, with Frax also on the move. So yeah, hard pill to swallow right now for me as the TP. Yeah, thank you, Legends, with the 3 seconds as well, but that doesn't matter too much. All I want from him tonight is to survive. Tries to hang it around the outside here after being overtaken from Fishtag, but no way to fight Fishtag on fresh mediums here. Yeah, Frax gained another second on Hassan, but with now 6 laps to go. Is it 7? It's 7. 7 laps to go. Yeah, he's gonna do it, I believe. I think he's gonna fight on track for P4. As Chess is going into the pits as well. He said to himself, no, the hards are not gonna make it, and he's going for another set of mediums. Yeah, even for 6 laps, softs just don't make sense. They are just no racing tire. Not here, nowhere else. I think in Vegas and the 100 they were okay-ish, but unfortunate Chess as he gets 3 seconds straight up out of the pit exit there. So what's the closest battle right now? Probably Diablo just behind Lynx. But Lynx with the fresher tires. I think Lynx just overtook Diablo. Did he? Or did Diablo overtake Mooney? We've got yellows. I think that's Fishtag. Is that it? That's probably his 3rd ring damage tonight. Come on, Reggie. Ah, the wing is still on. Can you check tires? Of course, mate. 14 lap old hearts, 15 for most of them, 6 more laps to go, but we had 4 laps at least, let's say 5, behind the 2 safety cars. And since everyone stopped doing the first safety car and Frax waited for the second, Frax got the best tires up there. So he might be able to challenge P4 and furthermore maybe a podium with the incoming penalty for Noodles. Three seconds for Hassan now. That's a free position for Frax. And I think over the last laps, I need to double check, but I think Brasco really dropped off. Actually, yeah, not that bad, but like another second over the last um, 3 to 4 laps, as we have Fishtech in the pits once more, going for the softs now, going for the fastest lap. At least his team didn't have to change his wing this time, as Blomsy now caught up to Noodles. Maybe Noodles is not even going to defend. Maybe Noodles is just going to try to work together with Blomsy to create as much of a gap as possible to, yeah, get the most points out of that potential penalty. Is Blomsy going to go for a move on this lap? No, he's not. Next closest fight, Hassan. Now 3 seconds, so he can't really wait much longer behind Hornquante. He should try to go for a move. But I feel like Hornquante's pace tonight is just very strong. After that good result in quali, his race pace is just as good. And he's well deserved in P4 right now. Next closest gap, Chess overtook Jonathan Mooney. I think we can stay with Hassan or Blomsy for the next laps. Zoltan's wheel disconnected, which is why he DSQ'd, yeah. I mean, I assume he doesn't park it on purpose in a wall. But yeah, unlucky of course. Yeah, look at Hassan. He is trying. He is going for it. P4 for Hassan after following Hornquante for like 10 laps. Sacrificed a lot of battery though for it. Hornquante going back past now. That's what they probably should have tried before. Working together in Sector 3. But nonetheless, Frax is now right at the back of them with a little power slide there. As we have a change of lead with Blomsy going into P1. Another collision there. Ooh. I mean, that could be the tires going down. But Noodles is very aggressively defending. Unless he knows more than me, I feel like Noodles shouldn't fight. He shouldn't waste time. Warstock, I have a word. I mean, I'm gonna say on that turn 2 contact right here, this could have been the tires. So, not gonna say that there was anything too bad. After all, a little wheel banging ain't that... Yeah, whatever. I should stop talking. No, I'm gonna have a word with him after the race, maybe. I mean, he is desperate for a win. After bottling one in Silverstone and one in Brazil. He really wants that top step of the podium. But it's not looking too good tonight either. As Diablo picks up another, or is another driver to pick up a 3-second penalty. Penalties doesn't look too bad though, to be honest. Yeah, I mean Link's going crazy with 9, everyone else half to give with 3. Like I said, that ain't too bad. Frax now making his way past Hassan. Blomsy going into the lead. We're gonna stay with Frax, who might have a look at Hornquante here in the same run. Into turn 1, that's still side by side. Is he gonna get the move done with the better tires? Yes, he is. P4 for Frax. And Blomsy in the lead. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh no! Hornquante and Hassan came together in Sector 1. Were they side by side? Did one of them lose it on their own? That's gonna hurt lemons. Such a great race from Hornquante, even though it would have only been P5. due to Hassan's penalty. He should have been able to stay ahead of Hassan. That's unfortunate. He's gonna try to limp back home with 2.5 laps to go. Lemons have Limones, that's his teammate, have had an absolute abortion this week. What happened in Senna? Was it that bad? No, it's not that bad, is it? Oh, and Tronzik died. Oh, and Tronzik died! And Plef, of course, as always, in the lead. We are having a safety car in lap 22 in Senna at the moment. And Plevonk is in the league with the best tires. Actually, Mikey in P4 with softs could maybe challenge for P2 here. Yeah, Tronzik DNF is gonna hurt Lemons and also and Tronzik himself for the championship fight, because him and Plevonk were, yeah, the ones to watch in that division. As we have another wing flying away, and that is an orange one from Little Jumbo John while fighting for P10. Ooh. I mean, look at that. He's fighting for 8th place right here. An Apex driver. Such a good race from him. Little contact there from Brash. He's gonna find another 1.5 seconds to Hassan if he wants to get that P5 after the 3-second penalty. Yeah, Noodles is gonna fight for P5 with Hassan, I think. No, Hassan got a penalty. I think it's gonna be P4 for Noodles here tonight. Do we have another fight on track? We've got Chess right behind Lynx. Lynx with 9 seconds, though shouldn't really try to defend it. As we've got a little train here. Fighting for P11 with Jonathan Moody and P14 without penalties. He's gonna get that 11th place if it stays like that. That's another driver who, yeah, is outscoring more drivers tonight than we would have expected. And Horn Grunter's damage is, yeah, it's just too bad. It's the right end plate as well for all the left-handers. That's just awful. And he's now being overtaken by Lynx and Chess at the same time. I mean, he's gonna try to just stay within 3 seconds within this one lap, but it's not gonna be easy with that broken wing. As we've got yellows in sector 1. Was that Frax? That might have been Frax. Oh, Frax is without any wing right here. Oh, I think he's lucky to be alive right here, Manic. I think he did the same as Egolf did in Senna. It should be enough to stay within the 10 seconds of Noodles. So he probably didn't lose anything. But yo, that was maybe unnecessary. As I missed the finish of Blomsey. Noodles in P2 on track. Brasco with a great result in P3. We just saw an overtake there as I had to skip away. But Frax, look at that damaged car. Brings it home in P4. Was that late pit stop the right call? I don't think it was. He could have probably fought for the win here with Blomsey. Hassan in P5 after penalties. Brash ahead of Chess, yeah. And Hornconte after the penalties back into P8 with Jonathan Moody, one of the biggest winners I think in P11. And I'm gonna let you guys decide for the driver of the day. For me it's either Jonathan Mooney or Little Jumbo John. I think we might have to go with the Apex driver here tonight. Lotus only team with 4 cars finishing so far. That's Reevski and Riggy at DNF right here. What is Senna saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars with that's 7 different teams. I think we've got 2 teams because Chess only had 3 drivers. Oh no, we've only got 19 drivers in Senna as well. You might be right. Puncture at the end. Who said that? Who had a puncture at the end? GG's boys, well done Basin, good race. Brash for P6, also good, gotta agree. Driver of the day. It's a tough one. Race winner Blomsey, fastest lap Hassan. Good job by the way. Driver of the day, Brashman, most overtakes Lynx, cleans driver Frax. Let's have a look right here. Oh, Brashman, yeah, with that DNF in the quali P6. You guys might be right. That's a good call as well. Both JT Golf cars with a great result. I really wanted to give that drive of the day to Jumbo Jumbo, but I'm afraid we have to give it to Brash. Yeah, I think it's gotta be Brash. Jonathan Mooney, great result from yourself as well though, but I think your teammate deserved it. Yeah. Alright then. Fridays, realistic. I don't think what race we are on. I forgot. Anyway, that's me. Thanks for being so active in the chat. Made it really easy for me to commentate tonight. Yeah, I'll see you next week, maybe. I don't know. Depends on JT. Have a good one. Bye bye.